be. Now, if you the low-hanging fruit, you're not even in that race. You're not even in the real spiritual godly race. You just allowing them to win. And they got sheep mind. They're slave to their desires. You're still somewhere crying about liberation, respiration from these devils. You don't even make no goddamn sense at that point. You not even in the race. Whatever race you created from sheep mind. Now look. Now, so strike two, knowing that there's agents, sheep, or robots around you. People who are distractions by not necessarily due to the fact of them trying to be an agent towards you, but they just be into the things that they're into. So a lot of times, these people are programmed. They don't even know how they are even a distraction to you or what's distracting themselves from fully going into their gifts and talents. So sometimes if you care about them enough and you just have to consider that and just settle with the fact that you have close ones that's agents on a payroll in the esoteric Babylon. And don't take it personal. They don't know no better. Thank you so much for the donation, Trill Chris. You said my cousin called me about an hour ago asking me for my bank account details to send me money, and I had to decline a bunch of times. He really an agent. Yeah, that's agent. Why would he need your bank details to send you money? All he needs is your goddamn bank number. You don't need your bank account and all that goddamn shit. Yeah, that's a little fishy. Unless I don't know all the details to it. But, pardon me, that's a little fishy. But that's strike two. Strike three. Now, strike three. People who are controlling and demanding. Let me repeat. Strike three. People who are controlling and demanding. 9 times out of 10, what these individuals demand from you is something they're considering important based on being part of the shadow government, socially engineered, and the concepts and desires that they formulated from the structures. Security, stability, support, safety, and shelter. So what these people sometimes, they come across like they ain't agents based on their religion, moral systems, or goals that goes against the government. So you might get rocked to sleep based upon the way that they talk to you to support a community or something like that. So they might got all this good Kemet talk, all this other good talk to make you go against the government, but they're still programmed. The moment you hear something come out of somebody's mouth that they don't own the intellectual property of, for the most part, these individuals are sheep, robots, right? So you could automatically know what line of events and what train of thought and what line of reasoning and what outcomes this person is able to create. You know they magic power. You know they superpower. And a lot of times you can tell a spirit don't even know their own power, so their power is weak. Their magic is weak, which our ability to use our mind and externalize that into the world. That's our power. We all got different powers. Find yours, bitch. But at the same time, your power get displayed through your actions of your body. But your power sometimes go ahead of your body. You can have somebody feel and think a way about you even when they're not around you physically in your body. So that lets you know your energy, your mental creature, that character precedes this body. So you got 2 creatures, you got 2 bodies. And if you know how to blend them together, you a bad motherfucker. Because this look like it has an aura over it. And a person, before they can see this one, they blinded by that aura, that light. And whatever you made that helliful mind out of, that helliful energy out of, shit, that might make everybody afraid. And this might be the most putiest thing in the world. So always blend your 2 bodies and know your spirit ain't these things. See, when your spirit get confused and think you the mind, your mind only going to be able to use what the mind created, bend in on itself and shit of the world. It's only going to be able to use that to know what it's doing. And you're always going to be behind. Because what you fail to realize is a lot of this world is made up by the shadow government. So you're going to be using a lot of their shit. And like I said, your power always get crumbs copying somebody else's intellectual property, even without knowing it, because it's your only way of living normal and your only way of thinking you're getting over. So you only get crumbs. And you always going to reach a shadow priest. You always going to reach you not being as good as you thought you was and you meeting your motherfucking match from someone who don't even have as much as you have. And now God is using them as a vessel to show you ain't shit and get ready to put that person in a position just like you without even your gifts and talents that you was using for Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? So it get deep in the spiritual world when you understand and when you stay strong. Can't nobody tell you nothing because a lot of demons can make a lot of sense. because the shadow government been running the world for a while. So a lot of shit that they say makes sense. It do look like it's the only way to make money. It do look like that's the only way to be right. And you got to fight those. You got to fight those virtues and principles if you really in a battle with God. And the world end up changing around you. You'll end up start seeing the whole world having to do what you doing. And that's when you know you are an anchor for God down here. You made the world do what God wanted everybody to do. And God used you because you, as a spirit, was the one that could create a spaceship to go to that space. Other spirits jump into mentality spaceships to go opposite directions. You was the one that was intelligent and had the spiritual abilities to make the right spaceship to jump in, the right mentality to jump in, to fly to that space of all possibilities. So when you jump out to get gas, God can give you some good information and some new artillery. You know what I'm saying? Some new XM radio shit in your spaceship. So when you jump back in that new sufficient spaceship and fly back down to the demon world and then use your body in that spaceship, that mind, as a spirit, you be flying through all kind of shit. You fly through all the bullshit. I mean, you just fly through all the bullshit like it ain't nothing. And you make it look easy. And you get to laugh and smile. You know what I'm saying? Real shit like God cold. I'd rather for everybody to follow God than some fucking flunked out ass demons down here. It's just y'all don't be knowing the starting points. If only the world knew the starting points. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would be cold down here. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? If only y'all knew the starting points. But I'm breaking it down little by little for y'all. Little by little. But, man, look, if the whole world was on this month, man, we would been be in the Jetsons right now. None of us would be killing over a chain or some Jordans. We all know how to make it ourselves. And that's an allegory of we're all creators. We'll all be creating some other shit. Fuck chains and Jordans. And the only time we competing, it won't be no competing to the point that, oh, I can't have that. I got to kill that person or intellectually kill that person and assassinate their character so my KFC is better than their Popeyes. Like, it won't be that. It'll just be like a competition or damn, wait, I can create something better. Oh, the way I can create something better. By that time, man, this creation of this world will be some whole type of golly, gold floor, silver sky, pearly gates type shit. Real motherfucking shit. We would have been elevated. And we know what actually energy is. Y'all keep following the light. God is beyond the light. That book, it be contradicting y'all and shit. Because it'll tell you God is the light, but at the beginning it say God said, let there be light. So you know what's more important is the spiritual world that they not explaining. But all of us is already here. Let us make man and God's. Let us as spirits make God or make man our thoughts in our image. So our mind mimic our spirit because our spirit is no thing. So our mind is something. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, y'all don't understand the spirit world is more important. It takes us to create an energy, a thought, and a feeling. And then that has to clash together to emit a light, emit an imagination. And y'all have fell from grace because a group of spirits like the light that they have emitted from their thoughts and feelings. And like, ooh, I like that one. I don't want this to change. And those groups of spirits is what rule y'all right now. Those fallen angels. They would rule y'all, and all y'all like to copy that, but y'all get crumbs from it. So y'all make a cheap version of what y'all think what they're doing supposed to work for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all allow them to make y'all the reprobate spirits and low-hanging fruits and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to stop that shit. And that they made y'all religions follow the light, and they created, and that the light is anybody's intellectual property. And when you got a group of spaceships, individual spirits that come together as a soul group, a UN, and make a whole UFO with their collection of lights, they abduct everybody's spirit. They suck all y'all up as spirits, and then when y'all come back down, y'all as spirits in a different light, in a different mind, in a different spaceship. So when y'all express it with y'all body, what come out y'all mouth is aliens. The quantum fields. That disembodied brains, y'all float that ass shit. Religion, Jesus, and like, goddamn, y'all ain't yourselves. And that's how angels look at it. Because angels understand the actuality of the world where we all at as spirits. But y'all be lost in so many onion loopity loops that y'all allow shadow governments to make us concentrate in spiritual groups in one spot in the whole universe. And in this, we be caught in one water cycle together. It's like that. We got to stop this shit. We got to stop this shit. God damn. That's the shit I get mad about. Shit that y'all wouldn't understand, that if I had a live stream that I just put Uriel up there and just get into the council where I'm at, y'all would think everything pseudo. Y'all would think everything, but it wouldn't have anything to do with what y'all call pseudo. Pseudo is just relating shit to this world. Everything in that live stream will be nothing about this world. So you have to make up another word for it. But we're going to start getting there, and that's going to be that little bit of time that in that 5-year span, we start learning how to communicate like this. And we're going to know what we're talking about. And that's when we're going to be able to connect, even if we ain't looking at each other. Even if we're not online or nothing like that. We're connecting the way to how we did it when we was fish creatures and shit like that, where we learned how to make our mind body more important than the organ body when it bend in on itself. So this one will start fading, and the mind body will start being more real, and then we'll start to learn how to just live in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. Like Zachariah Ascension. Like before we got condensed in one form, and then we created a teamwork makes the dream work, being lost by other spirits, and then we created this lower organ form, which technically we still doing the same thing. We're just doing it slower. Less more vibration, more heavier. So I mean, really, this is just a second version of it. It's really the same thing though. We don't have to be experiencing death at this large percentage level though. We don't be having to make the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. We don't have to do that all the time. We don't always have to go to the most high velocity condensed fusion and friction part of our mind, where we all sit there as a spirit and could make a more tissue. Like we don't have to do that. We can stay in mental thought and kill ourselves and create and give birth to ourselves at will without experiencing the physical pain. It'll be a mental pain, and the mental pain, that ain't shit. This is what we all do. I could create a thought right now and kill it and get rid of it. It might hurt a little bit in the spiritual world. It don't hurt at all in the physical world. Y'all might not see that kind of talk. See, once I start getting into that, y'all not even going. It ain't even no words down here I can even explain. It ain't no words down here I can make it totally sense to y'all. Make totally sense to y'all. It ain't really, so I might as well not even get into it. But at the same time, I'm telling you, it's deep. It's deep. It's still life and death, but not how y'all saying it down here. And it's like, it's your mind body. Like, it's like I can't really, ain't no words down here. But at the same time, when you know your first body you create, it be your world. It could look like anything, a beach or whatever. And as a spirit, you just floating around in it. So that become your Betha, your house, your temple. Then, for the most part, with that mind, you start putting things in it. Fathers, light forms, objects. You know what I'm saying? That represent what you want to experience in your world and shit like that. Now, to other spirits around you, if you are aware of them, their body gonna look different. Some people body look like Disney World. Some people bodies look like big dragons. Some people bodies look like snakes, whales, all kind of shit, right? But when they inside it, they're just flying inside of it and trying to make all the blood cells and hearts and put everything together, the chakras together before they bend in and become those actual things physically in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. Thank you so much for the donation, Cali Brada Data. You said so. If your imagination don't match with someone else, you will create a hurricane. And as a spirit, y'all start sharing space once y'all colors smear together. Y'all imaginations, y'all minds smear together. So as a spirit, y'all start sharing that world and y'all objects start relating to each other. And if it's a whole bunch of things that y'all spirits got to move around each other in ways that the water ain't moving in y'all directions that y'all want to move it in, y'all got two imaginations that y'all don't need to be blended. Y'all need to get the fuck away from each other spiritually. So y'all bodies of water, y'all big world that y'all inside of could be smeared into with other people's spirits that match more your world. See, I'm getting into it now. I need to stop because it's like ain't no words. And I don't want people looking at me like I'm stupid because this is actually the real life. But I can't say that word is real life because it's like you're going to have atheists or flunked out conscious people, community, Kemet, that super left brained out that be like, oh, nah, see what he talking about right here. Nah, let's go back and talk about the pyramid. So it's like, damn, it's like, I can't, but I'm going to find the words. God going to give me the words. You said, Doe, is it cool to